So we'll see if this ends up in two parts or just together in a video. We'll see. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Scary and way too short. Hate the movie. Really. Classic and one of the goats of Universal Monster Bros. Clark beginning the narrative in The Grinch. Always loved this, and it's the best version of The Grinch. 10 out of 10. Epic, fantastic. How the Grinch Stole Christmas 1966 is a true holiday classic that can never get old. It really doesn't feel like Christmas without the classic holiday special. A classic, short and sweet, a definite must watch every year. Very cute. Cindy Lou Who is potentially the cutest little animated thing of all time. The Grinch's infamous smile will never get old. Or do I want to go back? I don't know. Okay. This one. Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas is a 2000 American Christmas fantasy film. Plot. As the Who's of Whoville prepare for their beloved Christmas celebration, the Grinch, a bitter and dystopian green creature who resides in a cave on Mount Crumpet, despises Christmas and plans to ruin it. 6-year-old Cindy Lou Who. Now, in the original, she was only 2. It was more than 2. Disillusioned by the town's obsession with the material aspect of Christmas, has a chance to encounter the Grinch at the Whoville post office, where he saves her life after she falls into a mailing machine. Curious about the Grinch's hatred for Christmas, Cindy learns from the townspeople that he was abandoned as a baby and adopted by 2 elderly sisters in Whoville. While in school, the Grinch had a crush on his classmate Martha May Hoover. Though Martha reciprocated his feelings, August Mayhew was jealous that Martha liked the Grinch and not him, and frequently picked on the Grinch for his hairy appearance. In an attempt to impress Martha, the Grinch tries to shave his face, but ends up cutting himself. When August and his other classmates laugh at him during a Christmas celebration, he snaps, declaring his hatred for Christmas. Ashamed, the humiliated Grinch fled to Mount Crumpet, vowing never to return. Determined to include the Grinch in the Christmas festivities, Cindy nominates him as the town's holiday cheermeister, much to the dismay of Mayor Who, now mayor. Reluctantly, the Grinch agrees to attend, seeing an opportunity to confess to his childhood trauma and potentially reunite with Martha, who's Cindy's neighbor. At this ceremony, the Grinch participates in various events and starts to enjoy himself, but his mood changes when Mayor Who gives him an electric razor as a cruel reminder of his traumatic past. To further humiliate the Grinch, Mayor Who proposes to Martha in front of everyone, offering her a new car as an engagement gift. Furious, the Grinch lashes out at the Who's, accusing them of valuing Christmas only for its materialism. He then shaves the mayor's head, lights the town Christmas tree on fire, and goes on a destructive rampage before returning to his cave on Mount Crumpet. Learning that the Who still plan to celebrate Christmas with a bare tree and unshaken spirit, the Grinch hatches a plan to steal all their presents, decorations, and food while they sleep. Determined to ruin Christmas once and for all, disguising himself as Santa Claus and dressing his dog, Max, as a reindeer, the Grinch descends into Whoville on a high-tech sleigh. He starts by sneaking into Cindy Lou Who's house. When Cindy catches him stealing their Christmas tree, he lies, pretending to be Santa, taking the tree for repairs, and escapes. Methodically, he strips the entire town of Christmas goods, stuffing everything into a giant sack and driving it to the top of Mount Crumpet, intent to push it off. On Christmas morning, the Who's wake up to discover the theft, and the town is devastated. Mayor Who accuses Cindy for giving the Grinch the opportunity to ruin their holidays, but her father, Postmaster Lou Who, defends her, reminding the town that is more about is Christmas is about more than just gifts and decorations. Inspired by his words, the Who's come together, join their hands, and begin singing Christmas carols, showing that their spirit remains unbroken. As the Grinch prepares to push the massive sack off the mountain, he hears the Who singing below and realizes that his plan has failed. Struck by the true meaning of Christmas, the Grinch heart grows. The Grinch's heart literally grows 3 sizes, and he is overcome with emotion. Just then, the sleigh, along with Cindy Lou who had climbed aboard, begins to spill over the edge of the cliff. In a moment of heroism, the Grinch saves both Cindy and the sleigh. Maybe I won't wear earrings today. My ear hurts so bad. Give it a break for a day. Ow, ow, ow. To the town. Back in Whoville, the Grinch apologizes and surrenders to authorities, who pardon him despite Mayor Who's demand for his arrest. Fed up with Mayor Who's selfishness, Martha May returns his engagement ring and professes her love for the Grinch. In the end, the reformed Grinch invites the Who's to celebrate Christmas in his cave, when he personally carves the roast beef at the feast, and now embraces as part of the whole community. So this is how The Grinch Stole Christmas live action. This movie deserves more love. It's like watching a fever dream. Hands down, best Christmas movie. Jim Carrey performance is next level. Hilarious, heartfelt, and overall feel-good classic. Best Christmas movie. One of my favorite all-time holiday movies, hands down. It's not just Christmas until I see Jim Carrey as the Grinch. The one, the only, the GOAT of the Grinches. Great family movie, and Jim Carrey always there to make you laugh. A certain next watch movie with your beloved ones. Hood classic, all the homies want to watch this movie. Anyone that didn't like it shouldn't be a critic. This movie is not supposed to be a film masterpiece that can really touch the soul and make you think. It's a fun Christmas movie, and it will always be that way. So good. My favorite Christmas movie. Another, The Grinch, is also known as Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, is a 2018 American animated comedy film produced by Universal. In the town of Whoville, the humanoid, okay, people called Who's are filled with excitement about celebrating Christmas. However, the only Who is not thrilled is the grumpy, green-furred Grinch, whose heart is 2 sizes too small. He lives in his cave with his dog Max and only goes into Whoville to buy groceries and harass the Who's. One day, a 6-year-old Cindy Lou Who notices her single mother, Diane, is overworked trying to take care of herself and her twin infant brothers, Buster and Bean. Cindy Lou initially decides to send a letter to Santa to help her mother, but after an encounter with the Grinch, who sarcastically tells her that if the matter is so urgent, she will have to talk to Santa face to face about it, she decides to go to the North Pole. to talk to Santa himself. When Diana tells her that a round trip to the North Pole would take a month, she instead decides to try trapping Santa with the help of her friends. With Christmas approaching, the Grinch attempts to ruin the annual tree lighting ceremony goes on, resulting in him having a flashback about his disjointed childhood spent alone and unwanted in an orphanage. Unable to bear these memories, the Grinch soon decides that he will steal Christmas from Whoville to assure his distress. He and Max acquire a fat reindeer who the Grinch calls Fred and steals the sleigh from his neighbor Barkleby? Barklebum? After a test run, the Grinch and Max discover that Fred has a family, and the Grinch emotionally agrees to let Fred go home with them. On Christmas Eve, after making a Santa Claus disguise and crafting dozens of gadgets to help him with his pain, the Grinch and Max, who pull the sleigh in Fred's place, go to Whoville to steal the decorations and presents. He soon encounters Cindy Lou Who after falling into her trap. Her request to help lighten her mother's workload and her advice about listening to the Who sing to Elevate. His sadness touches the Grinch's heart. Despite this, the Grinch continues his mission, unable to let go of loneliness Christmas brought to him. The Grinch and Max head back to Mount Crumpet to dispose of the gifts. The Who's wake up and are shocked and disappointed to see that the presents and decorations are all gone. Cindy Lou Who believes she is to blame because of her trap, but Diana tells her that Christmas is not centered on presents and that Cindy Lou is the best thing that ever happened to her. The Who's join together to sing Welcome Christmas, endearing the Grinch is puzzled to see that they are celebrating Christmas despite his thefts. Seeing Cindy Lou Who and remembering her guidance, he immerses himself in the singing, causing his shrunken head to blissfully triple in size. Afterwards, the sleigh begins to fall off Mount Crumpet and the Grinch attempts to save it. He succeeds when Fred and his family come to his aid. After securing the sleigh, the Grinch and Max slide down back to Whoville in order to return the stolen items, and the remorseful Grinch admits his actions and apologizes to the Who's before returning to his cave. Feeling sorry for the Grinch, Cindy Lou later invites him and Max to celebrate Christmas at her house, which he awkwardly attends. When seated for dinner, he realizes that it's not really Christmas he despises, but rather his solitude and bitterness over being neglected. With this, the Grinch finally accepts the Who's friendship and enjoys Christmas with a toast. It got 60 on Tomato Meter and 53. The Grinch and his loyal dog Max live a solitude life. We'll read a few. We're not rating 10,000. That'd be insane. We'll read like one or two. I just want to read the rating. Look, are there no comments? Okay. Maybe there's no comments. Great animation, great vocals, timeless Dr. Seuss tale with a slight nicer Grinch, and some updated music. Recommended, a great holiday film. This movie was so beautiful. I saw it when it first came out and loved it then. My 4-year-old has been watching it on Amazon almost every day. So, the one thing I will say, one of the ways the Grinch got Max was because somebody put Max in the dumpster. And that's how he ended up with the dog, in case you were wondering. But it's a very cute, very hearted, kind of sweet movie that makes you think about how things are. I love all of the versions. Jim Carrey has to be my, I love the classic. I like them in order. The first, the second, the third. I want to see the play at some point. I tried looking it up, but it was hard to find. But I gotta say, if you haven't seen The Grinch, go watch it if you can. Great movie, love it. If you want to see the shortest version, the original cartoon. You want to see longer, do the other two because they're longer. This is live action, the other one's another anime. I hope you all are enjoying this holiday season. This might be posted after the holidays. We will see. I hope you all are enjoying yourself and have a great and wonderful holiday season. Bye for now.